hopefully I'm recording on 2 different cameras, so hopefully y'all can see me between the two. Don't mind my couch. I'm gonna be sitting on here chilling today, getting some work done. So I do have my blankets and stuff everywhere. But I'm not going to cry today. I'm not gonna cry. Today it is 8/27. 8/27. I don't even know today's date. I want to say it's the Memorial Day weekend, the Sunday of Memorial Day weekend. And this past Thursday, I found out that me as well as, let me adjust this. My hope for this is not to edit. Like, whatever y'all get is what I'm giving. Me along with my entire team are being let go. And I felt it was coming. I've been kind of talking to y'all about it. If you paying attention to the vlogs, just about my 30-day commitment. And the biggest part of that commitment was me getting closer to God. I grew up as a church kid, of course, but it's nothing like just taking out undivided time and attention to just fast and pray and be in your word. So I was doing it, and the past month, prior to starting that, the past month, I've been telling Princess, like, something in my spirit is getting ready to happen at work. I had started applying for jobs just because, like, randomly, whenever I would, like, log in or, you know, think about it, just start putting in 10 or 20 applications just because. And I had no reason as to why. I didn't know why. I didn't know why until now. And it was just a gut feeling that I knew it was coming, like God was preparing me for it to happen. And I think that the emotional side of things is not because of the job. The job was working my nerves. It was starting to become a headache. It was just a lot of things happening that I personally did not agree with after being in the industry of what I was doing as an analyst for 10 years and doing it at multiple different places. This was by far the most absurd way of moving in the department. You could do what you wanted to do literally every day. Like, there's no structure, and I'm a person that doesn't work well with no structure. Like, I know that sounds crazy. Like, what, you could do what you wanted to do? Yes, but when it came down to the business aspect of things, I'm sorry, y'all, it's probably me. When it came down to the business aspect of things, like, yes, I need structure. Sorry if you see crust in my eyes. I literally got out of bed and said, I'm gonna document this because I don't know where this is gonna lead. But essentially they started splitting us up, pulling certain people into certain meetings. And the crazy thing is, y'all, some of us have different dates. Those that I was, especially the ones I was really close to, they're like our managers and, you know, superiors, they got a date that is like in 2 weeks. Myself and a few others on my team ended up getting a date that is in freaking August. Mind you, y'all, it's Memorial Day weekend, so we have like over a month of still working at this place and them utilizing us to get what they need to be able to still run their business, you know. And I understand, I'm very grateful to God that I have until then, but just the idea of having to still show up, knowing it's the end. I mean, I don't think I have to explain it in too much depth. If you've lost a job before, you completely get where I'm coming from when they tell you, oh, your date is in a month, you know. And truthfully, y'all, again, the tears are because the minute I found out, one, I knew it was coming, so it was not of any like surprise to me, but at the same time, it was that moment of like, okay, God, everything that I've been praying about, that I've been asking for since we started our business, since we started everything, all of our platforms. I've been wanting to go full force with being an entrepreneur. I've been wanting to have the time to do the things that I needed to do to pour into being an entrepreneur. And it never felt like I could do those things and maintain my job. And mind you, I was doing them, but not to the fullest potential that I feel like I could do it at. And now I feel like I'm in a predicament where it's like, no, some may not look at losing your job as a plus, but for me, I'm like, okay, God, I know I asked you for these things, didn't expect that that's how you was going to show up. And I literally been writing in this 30-day commitment journal. I've literally, on a previous vlog, y'all would know I'm not lying, I literally been writing in it, been kind of talking to y'all about it a little bit, and I started it on May 12th. And I kind of just been like looking back at, just in a short period of time, the things that I have seen and read and come across. And one of the things that I wrote that I keep coming back to is that, you know, I do not have to know how, I just have to know it will. And I'm like, you said you don't have to know how. You said you don't need the ins and outs. You don't need the whys. You don't need how I'm going to have the money to do it. I don't have a job. How am I going to be able to pour into this? You said you don't need to know the how. You just need to know that it will work out. And that's me having faith that it's going to work. And the first 2 days, I was cool. Like, Princess was like, you are taking it so well. And I have been taking it well. I think it's just now coming up on that time where it's like, this is real. Either I'm going to do this and see where it can take me, or I'm not. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to give it my all and see what the outcome is? And if it doesn't turn out the way that I thought it was going to turn out, the least I can say is that I tried. I stepped out on faith. I trusted God enough to feel as though he was truly blessing me with the very thing I asked for, just not in the way that I thought it was going to happen. But now you have all the time, you know, you have a couple of months before it all ends to plan and prepare. I didn't leave you in a situation of just, it starts now, you know. And that's the part that makes me emotional, because I'm just like, not questioning God, but like, is this real? Like, is this really what I'm getting ready to do? Like, really embark on entrepreneurship full force, you know. By this point, you know, when I do decide to share this stuff, Princess and I have been considering leaving, moving, and it's not something we've talked about to anyone. Truthfully, you know, people here are like, oh, we would like to move, da, da, da. But like, to really know we're really considering it, my job was one of the things that would have been like up for question, because she can work from anywhere in the world. And now we're like, okay, we don't even have that, you know, that being in the way of the things that we truly desire to do. So again, I don't know where this journey leads us. I really don't know. But what I do know is God really has a way of showing you that he is God. For real. And it comes in the most unexpected ways. And it's on you to choose if you're going to follow him, if you're going to trust him fully, if you're going to allow him to lead you into the unknown, into the very things that scare you. I've been kind of bouncing around with my scriptures, but the scripture I'm gonna try to show y'all, like Matthew, as you can see, yeah. So I somehow fumbled into Matthew, and I got stuck in Matthew. It's like I was deep in it, not realizing that it was the very thing that I needed to see. Just the journey of Jesus doing exactly what his father told him to, and standing on that. You know what I'm saying? And not questioning him. And then giving his disciples just enough information, telling them exactly this is what's going to happen. You cannot question. You will betray me. Oh, ye of little faith. Like, you don't trust that what I'm saying can be done. You don't see the things that I have done to then be able to use that to fuel you to know that I'm going to always be God. Like, it's just so much in Matthew, so much that reading it now as an adult from being a church kid and in my younger years, it hit so much different. And I'm like, this is where I'm supposed to be. What is happening is where I'm supposed to be. Whether that is me getting another job, whether that is me pursuing entrepreneurship. I think at this point, I do trust in my heart that at this point, the route that this goes is on me. You know, God showed up and did what he did. He removed the things that I felt like were in my way. He removed the things that I felt like wasn't allowing me to really propel. He may even remove the things that we needed to be able to be in the situation where we on go. Because this isn't the first time that me and Princess have been through this type of situation. We've been together for 10 years. We've seen the worst of the worst. We are the perfect definition of literally building our lives from the ground up, from having absolutely nothing. And my God, if we were vlogging our lives then, I can only imagine the things we would be able to look back on. But those things forever live in our heart because that's why we are the way we are today. Where we gonna work hard, we gonna travel the world, we live when we're not working hard. So it's definitely a new chapter for me. It's a new chapter for us because we're in a different space and seeing the same things happen. But I know that on the other side of this, because I saw where God brought us from then. So to see where we end up on the other side of this, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. And yeah, that's just where we're at. I mean, I hope that I mean, at this point, I really don't care. You know, who this is for is for. I hope that who this is for gets to see this, who this is for encourages them or just let them know that they're not alone, that whoever sits behind that camera are real people with real lives. They are no different. So yeah, I'm up this morning actually in the process of working on my job, being an entrepreneur, because it's going to require me to work. It's going to require me to put in the time. It's going to require me to move as if I am a full-time entrepreneur and my household depends on it now. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, I am taking y'all along on this journey with me and us, but this is also documentation for myself to just look back on later and say, wow. Because I know this is the break of something. This is the beginning of something. And I said that I don't have to know how, just that it will. You got to be careful what you ask for. And not to say that I wished I didn't ask for it, but you got to be prepared for when it happens. And he shows up in that way. And the reality is, again, just the emotions are just like I was ready. I am receiving it. It is just a lot to take in, but he ain't never left me nor forsaken me. I know that to be true. I know that to be true with my whole heart. I trust him with my life. Always have. So, yeah. It's go time. It's go time. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's see where this leads. Let's see where this leads. If you haven't read the book of Matthew, get to it. And do the study aspect of it, like the reflecting, the really breaking down, understanding, unless you have a Bible that translates everything. But yeah, get into it. Get into it for sure. Get into it, y'all. Okay. Got stuff to do. We'll check in. I don't know. A lot, I guess. So yeah.
I'll meet you there. I've been through the fire, I've been through the storm. Seen a lot of love, I've seen a lot of war. Took a lot of losses, then I took some more. Even through it all, I know you fighting for me. Throughout my lowest days, when I was losing faith, throughout the tears and pain, still though I wouldn't trade. None of it wasn't it all, making me something better than what I've been. I want it, I'm loving it, let's run it, I'm saying. When I'm low, still I know that I'm not alone.